Have you ever missed your exit when driving on the freeway? When you miss an exit, you don't panic and start driving 500 miles in the wrong direction just because you made a mistake. You also don't slash your tires and give up on driving completely. Usually, what happens is you realize you missed your exit, you take the next exit, you turn around, and you get back on track to where you were headed. We do this with our bodies all of the time. We have one bad meal or we miss one workout, and all of a sudden we spend weeks, days, or even months driving in the wrong direction instead of course correcting the moment we recognize the problem. Today, we are taking the next exit. In this video, I will cover with you how willpower alone isn't the problem, how your biology really has an effect on the way you feel, the way you act, and what you do. The 80-20 rule and how it prevents us from burning out, from that all or nothing crash, and how to vote for your new identity, that ideal self that you strive to be. If this is resonating with you, then you're in the right place, because together we are building the habits, we are becoming that person that your future self will thank you for. Hit subscribe if you're ready to make that shift with me. Now let's get into it. Let's start off with the most important reason why we slip in the first place, and it starts with the way you think. This is a foundational thing that carries us into weeks, months of being the kind of person that we just didn't want to become. When you catch yourself slipping, make the decision right then and there to change course. Just like when you're driving home and you miss your exit, you don't keep driving to wherever you were going when you were distracted. You redirect yourself, you find a way back to your desired destination. And the same thing goes for being healthy and following better habits. The moment that you recognize that you're just not doing the thing that gets you to your desired goal, switch it up, change it, and recognize that there is no such thing as being too far gone. Your page begins the moment you wake up, the day you wake up, and you decide to show up as your ideal self. No matter how small the action might seem, you're still closer to your goals than where you started. Compound interest exists, and as long as you build your house brick by brick, as long as you become that version of yourself little by little, it's gonna show up. And just don't give up, because every single action that you make that gets you to your desired identity is a vote. Each vote accumulates into the identity that you're becoming, and really decide who that person is. Who do they embody? What traits do they have? What kind of physique do they have? And get really detailed with that version of yourself that you're looking to become, and place those ballots, place that vote, because you're either voting to be like that person or you're voting to be opposite of that person. And it's important to be conscious and aware of our actions to get to our desired destination. Now, the next section is on how things happen, your physical reality, and what exactly is happening when you're falling off the course, and how to get back on track. And the first thing is to listen to your body, understand your hormones, because your hormones play a large role into how you're feeling that day, that time of the month, and what exercises you will most likely feel best doing when your estrogen or your progesterone is low. So for example, when I'm in my luteal phase or towards the end of my luteal phase, I do my best to still stay active, make the effort to go to the gym, but I don't try to PR that day. I take it easy. Sometimes I prioritize stretching and maybe doing like cardio or even body weight exercises. But regardless of what your body wants to do, of how you listen to your body, it really plays a large role in how you feel, and doing exercises that respond to how your body is feeling helps with the way you move and feel. Prioritize movement, prioritize action, and feeding yourself too. There are lots of foods that you can find that support you during that time of the month where you're not feeling your best, that gives you better energy and stamina. Don't overwhelm yourself, because remember that you can go to the gym and prioritize listening to your body, stretching, doing body weight, cardio, whatever the best workout day looks like for you, you can do it. Having that strict regimen is great for some people, but when you're getting back into it, it's important to listen to your body. If you're not really feeling it, just do little things that gets your mind to rewire itself and recognize that even though you might not feel like it, you're still doing something that moves the needle, that gets you to where you want to get to. And it doesn't have to be the same every time you work out. Although personally, I like to weight train and do similar exercises and see how strong I can get over the course of time. It's not for everyone, and you can choose your way of moving your body. If you are more of a social butterfly and you want to join a class, maybe a Pilates class, and keep it girly and simple, and something that you don't have to really think about when you work out, a class is great. You get to have that competitive advantage because you have other people in the room with you. You get to socialize, or you can just go on hikes. You can run on the hike, you can walk on the hike and enjoy the nature, the birds, the feeling of the wind in your face. Do what's right for you, because not everybody is made the same, and we all have our own needs. We all have our own ways of doing things, and it's okay to be a little different. If you want to dance in your room, then so be it, but do it your way and don't overwhelm yourself, because balance is key, and it's important to remember to keep it 80-20. The 80-20 rule is 80% of the time sticking to the regimen, sticking to the routines, the habits, what your ideal self looks like. You're strict with it and you follow through 80% of the time. And the 20% includes life happening. And during this time, you are able to maybe not follow that regimen as strict. Maybe it's somebody's birthday and it's either the gym or spending time with your loved one. And that's where that 20% comes in. And you're able to let loose a little bit and go spend time with your loved one. Or maybe you decide that you want to treat yourself to dinner where you indulge into whatever appetizes you. Personally, I like to have my ice cream and my chocolate. Maybe some mashed potatoes with steak. Steak is still protein. Just indulging in what life has to offer, really. That's what that 20% is for. And as long as you are striving to be a little better and you're keeping that balance, you will see results. You will still see results, because that 80% always compounds every day, every month, and you'll be okay if you recognize that life happens. Now, this final section of the video is about the now and gaining that momentum that you need in order to get back on the horse and follow through with your ideal self and the plans that you have set for yourself. And the first thing I would recommend to take into consideration is whenever you're feeling down, not in the mood, and you're just like, I don't feel motivated to do what needs to get done to be my ideal self, use this trick. And this trick is like gold, because it really is the opposite of what you would think you had to do in order to get to your desired goal. And this is action comes before the momentum. So whenever you feel sluggish and down, Get up, move around, be active before you feel like it, because that is how you produce the results that you want to get for yourself. Because your mind is stronger than your body, and your body might feel kind of sluggish, but you ultimately have control over what you do. And if you give in to your body and what's comfortable, then you'll stay that way. So move around, get up, because you have a lot more juice in the tank than you realize. And let's say there is a time where you just failed and you didn't follow through with what you said you were going to do, and you feel pretty discouraged. The key here is to try again and again and again until you become a person who sees doing the hard thing as normal. And this is essential, because when you continuously try and try and try, you tell your mind and your body that there's nothing that's going to stop you from reaching where you want to get to. And whether it be fear, or maybe somebody was in your ear telling you that you couldn't do it, you continue to prove to yourself, because at the end of the day, it's about what you do for yourself. Nobody is going to take care of yourself greater than you. Only you have the power to care. Only you have that within you, to have the willingness to keep moving forward and be sustainable with it. When you go full force into new patterns, they likely won't stay. And this is really one of the most important things that people need to realize is going hard and really fast at once never leads to the outcomes that you want, because it takes time, it takes energy, it takes for those habits to wire and those neurons to fire together for a sustained amount of time, for you to embody that identity and become that version of yourself. Because we're just like little plants, and when you're planting a seed, you have to water it every single day. The more you water it, the more the seed grows. It's not like you water it once and then boom, it's a full-blown tree that has all the fruits. No, you have to take care of it and water it, and it needs sun, and it takes time. And you're just like that little seed, growing and becoming stronger. Your roots are becoming deeper, and your habits are sustained in that similar way. It really does take time for your mind to adjust and see that new shift as a new identity, because habits are built gradually, not at once. So remember to be kind to yourself, to be graceful to yourself, to your body. Keep that balance and take it slow, take it easy, and build those little steps toward becoming that version of yourself. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and comment down below one thing you will do for yourself to hold yourself accountable. And over time, I want you to come back to this video and let me know, let yourself know that you executed on the task that you set yourself on this day forward. So I hope that your journey is as beautiful as it can be, and you grow to be this big oak tree that stands wind and rain and all the storms, because you are strong and you are capable of getting back on the horse, getting up and trying again. Your health is something to take serious. Your health is wealth. Without your health, you have nothing. And if you're able to implement these shifts and these tips to your health and your body to be a little better each day and keep watering yourself each day, then that would bring me lots of peace. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.